Alright, what's up guys? So it's getting hot outside and I know some people are going to be wanting to look at their AC because it may not be blowing cold or was blowing cold and it stopped. So what I'm going to do today is do a real quick video on some things that you can do to try and troubleshoot your own AC. Mine works great, but I'm just gonna point out a few things so that way you guys, if you don't really have it in your budget to take it to a shop, here's a few things you can try to see if you can fix it yourself. So first of all, let's say your compressor down there, which is right here. This is a 05 GMC with a Vortec 5.3. All compressors are normally located on the bottom of the car, unless it's kind of an old one like this Corvette where it's sitting on the top. But they're normally on the passenger side on the bottom. Front wheel drive cars, it'll be on the passenger, behind the passenger side wheel. Let's say it stops working. Well, first thing you need to find out is if your AC compressor is running, which on the front, I don't know if you can focus down here, but this right here is the clutch on the AC. So when the car is running, you should see the front of that spinning. If the front of the AC is not spinning, that means the AC is not on. Obviously, it could be low on the refrigerant. You could have a bad switch. Fuse could be gone, hitting here. Relay could be out. Sensor on the dash may be gone. Be a number of things. Drive could be frozen, or not frozen, but clogged, which is that right there. It could be a couple of things. Just going step by step. Let's say that that's not working. Okay, the first thing you need to do is make sure your AC is turned on and all the way up. And if that clutch is not kicking on, you come under here and you find your AC relay and your AC fuse, which on my car is right here, and then conveniently located next to it is the AC relay. So what you would do is try and match these up, and this looks about right. So it's a 10 amp fuse right here. So you go to, let's see, it's the one in the middle, 1, 2, 3. So over here, 1, 2, 3. So it's this one right here. You pull that, make sure it's good, which we'll do that right now. So I can just show you pliers here. So you pull your fuse and you check your fuse. Anybody can do this. And basically what you're looking for is that little, come on, focus. You see that little U on the inside? If that U on the inside is broken, that means this fuse is blown and you'll need another one. But let's say you did that and the fuse was fine. So you go back to your diagram here. Hopefully your car has one. If not, they're on the internet. And you find the AC compressor relay, and then you find another relay that's equal to it, and you just swap them. So you basically have the horn relay, which is usually a popular one to switch it with, or the washer relay, a high and low light relay, or your fog lamp relay. But for most cars, the best one to just pick would be the horn relay. So you take this one out and you tip the horn relay and the AC compressor switch spot and see if that actually connects. Now if you're still unsure, you can actually take the AC compressor relay and put it in the horn and honk the horn. If the horn honks, then your relay is good. So you can take your troubleshooting somewhere else. So under here, that would basically be what you would check as far as your fuses. So let's say the fuses are good and you still have no AC. Well, another issue could be a dryer. or it could be this AC pressure switch. This AC pressure switch basically measures the pressure in the system, and it tells the AC to turn on and off, and it turns on accordingly. So it could be your AC pressure switch. Another thing it could be is you're low on Freon. So here's what you do to check that. You can't really do this with the single gauges you buy at the parts store that has a Freon on it. I think I have one I can show you. These are normally what you buy when you want to just do a quick charge on your system. It's something like this, and basically it comes with the gauge. You put one end on the can, and then you hook this side into your low pressure side. But it basically measures the system. When your AC compressor is not on, this measure is going to read all the way over here on the high pressure side because the AC is not compressing anything. When it's running, it should slowly make its way into the green or into the low if you're low on Freon. There's several different types you can buy. Here's another one. Same thing, except it's the kind that screws on the tip. And then you put that on your low pressure side. And then you have this guy where if you're just buying a refill can, you just take the refill can, you screw it on there, and you put this on your low pressure. And of course this one also has a gauge. I think I bought this one in Michigan when I had to fill my system up a little bit before I made it home. But anyway, those are what you would normally use when you just want to do a quick charge. I wouldn't use it to diagnose your system because you definitely will be let down. What you really need is a manifold gauge. And how this works, if your compressor is not working, the first thing you should do is hook this up and see if you have any pressure in either of these two. If the gauges are reading at 0 when you have your AC compressor manifold hooked up, that means that you have nothing in the system, and to charge it, you may have a leak. So this is what it looks like after you get everything hooked up. When you're just checking your system, just hook up your yellow here and here, so that way when you open these up, you're not losing any coolant out the bottom. The red one here, this one goes to the high pressure side. And you see red for high, blue for low. Let's get that down for a moment. So you leave these closed, so make sure it's turned all the way closed, and then you just lift up, push it down, and let it go. It should be in place. You do the same thing for the next one. Just the blue, make sure it's closed, and that one was actually open a little bit. So now it's kind of closed. Same coupler, pull that up and put that on. So now you're ready to test your AC system. What you want to do here is just go ahead and open this one all the way up and open that one. And a well-balanced system, these gauges should be even. If it's not even, then that means that you have a clog somewhere, which could be in your orifice tube, which is inside the firewall. And if you have a clog, it could be in your orifice tube, or it could be your AC compressor is bad. So that means I would definitely just take it in and have somebody take a closer look at it who works on these all day long. So that way you can get a better idea, because you don't want to just throw parts at this thing. The sad thing about it is, let's open this. With the AC systems, if one part of this whole system is not working, then nothing will work, which is unfortunate. So once here, I just go ahead and double check, make sure we're good. If we need to top it off, then I top it off. But if I have to top it off, then that means that there's a leak somewhere, so I'm normally looking for a leak. So here we are. Both gauges should be reading about the same, which is around 110, and they are. So our AC system is actually in a good, healthy condition from what I can see so far. But what I'm going to go ahead and do now is start it up, and we'll run the AC and we'll watch the gauges and see what happens here. Right, truck is on, and I normally like to roll with my windows down, but we'll turn the AC on. You want to turn it all the way to cold on full blast. Okay, mine blows pretty cold. It blows like 8 degrees above freezing, but I maintain my system so it runs healthy. So we look down here, you can actually see the AC compressor running. That tells you that it's compressing and it's working. You have your coolant flowing through there. That just lets you know your coolant is flowing through the system. Alright, so normally when you're charging, you always want to close your high pressure side, and you want to go ahead and hook this up to a can of refrigerant. This side here, not this side, but this side. And then you want to measure on this side over here. So right now I'm at 40, which is where you want to be. And that's a sign of a good AC system. So we're good, guys. Ooh, that is chilly. Let's go ahead and measure it and see what it's at now. All right, we'll use this. And you want to stick it in the middle vent. Just watch it. Let's see what it does. Alright, so there you have it. It's blowing around 58 degrees out the vent, and it's 80 degrees outside, which I think that's pretty good. Doesn't have to be super cold, but of course, you know, with it being hot outside, you want it at least 30 degrees cooler in your car. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, other than what I've mentioned, there's a few other things that could be offhand, like electrical faults, bad wires, that kind of thing. And if you're running into that sort of problem, it's best to just have it checked out by a professional. I mean, don't try and, I mean, beyond what I've shown you, if you know more about AC systems, then, you know, by all means, go ahead and do so. And also, if you do have a bad compressor and you need to replace the compressor, because that's not spinning down there, so also go ahead and replace the dryer too, because that does act as a filter for your AC system, catching any moisture and things like that. So that's all I got. So thanks for watching, guys. If you like the video, hit a thumbs up, and if you have any questions or comments, or you notice I left something out and you want to go ahead and add it, go ahead and feel free to do so down below. There's nothing wrong with adding a little more about AC systems, especially if you don't mind sharing your expertise, because, you know, I'm not an AC guy, but I do know how to work on the system from reading and learning about it. So I do what I can, and I appreciate you guys watching the video. It means a lot to me. Anyway, just a real quick rundown on the car. I have an air ray with a K&N filter, throttle body spacer. See it back there. They got some shorty headers. Exhaust system is single-in dual out with a Dynamax, which I'm going to switch out to MagnaFlow sometime this summer. Just wanted to share all that with you in case you're wondering and you noticed anything that you liked on the car. A lot of this stuff can be found on Amazon.com. This manifold can be found at Harbor Freight for 50 bucks. And I mean, for what it's worth, it does what I needed to do. So I mean, you don't need anything super expensive to check AC systems, unless you're just that guy that loves the high dollar crap. But anyway, I'm gonna need both of my hands to get that off. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you.